What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Jacob Daniel back at it again here at the Speed Kills Podcast.
On duty, Judge Judy. What do you want, bro?
You're making me 1 week removed from the 2019 NFL Draft. So I thought that I would focus on the two sixth-round running backs the Bengals selected in the 2019 NFL Draft. Those two running backs being Trayveon Williams, running back out of Texas A&M, and Rodney Anderson, running back out of Oklahoma. I'm just going to talk about an overview of each pick, what I think of them, and where they fall kind of on the depth chart and on the team. A general overview of both of the picks. They were both great value, extreme value. Rodney Anderson, probably better value than Trayveon Williams, but I do like Trayveon Williams better than Rodney Anderson. But getting both running backs in the 6th round, and I think that they are both premier talent. They're both very, very good at what they do. They're both different skill set. And I think that's why they chose both, not just one, but both. As long as we got value out of those 6th-round picks, because a lot of those guys that get drafted in the 6th rounds could get cut or they don't contribute to the team that much. So I'm really glad that there was great value in these picks. It gave roster depth to the running back position. The position of running back on the depth chart looks like this: Joe Mixon, Giovanni Bernard, then Quentin Flowers, not counting these two in the depth chart because we ended up cutting Mark Walton, who we drafted last year in the 2018 NFL Draft. We cut him because of some off-the-field issues. I didn't like the Mark Walton pick from last year anyway. You got to think, these guys are about the same skill set or even better than Mark Walton, and we drafted Mark Walton in the 4th round of the 2018 NFL Draft. That's just something to think about. It was a smart move, again, because Giovanni Bernard is in his contract year this last year. It's his last year on contract. And, if they don't want to re-sign him, he doesn't have a good year, then they can just, let him go and let him walk in free agency. And the Bengals might end up doing that. Who knows? We don't know what's in store for Gio this incoming season. So that is why they drafted these two running backs. All right, an overview of Trayveon Williams to start off. He's 5'9", 205 pounds. He's about the same size as Giovanni Bernard, but he does have a different skill set. So Gio's more of your pass-catching back, long down and distance. He's kind of come in, catch the ball, be great in space. Trayveon Williams was a workhorse back at Texas A&M. He ran for over 1,700 yards. It was 3rd in the nation in his senior season last year. I think he's a great runner. He has the ability to catch the ball, but it's not as prominent as him running the ball. But he can do it all throughout the field. He ran a 4.51 40 at the combine. That is pretty fast. I really like Trayveon Williams. He played in the SEC. Great conference, great competition, and I think that he can fit into this offense very good. I see him being a more Joe Mixon type of runner, so I think if, Joe Mixon takes a handoff on 1st down, needs a snap to breathe, they don't want to put Gio in till 3rd down, then Trayveon will come in and take that snap. He's a really good runner, like I said, very powerful, can catch the ball out of the backfield. I think he can do it all, but I don't see him splitting the backfield with Joe Mixon. I see him being a great second option. If one of these two running backs, those two running backs being Mixon or Bernard getting hurt, I see Trayveon Williams getting a lot of reps for the Cincinnati Bengals. The second 6th-round pick was Rodney Anderson out of Oklahoma. He was Joe Mixon's teammate in college. I think that would maybe have been some of the reason that they picked him. This was a very extreme value. He was actually hurt his senior season, I think 3 or 4 games in, so we don't have a ton of tape from his senior season. He's a different runner than Trayveon and a different size. He's 6'2", 220. So think size as Mixon. He's more of a one-dimensional runner. He's more power, more going to run people over. He's great at that. He can find the hole and he will burst through it and he will run people over. He has very good feet. I like Trayveon Williams, I like Rodney Anderson, but not as much as Trayveon Williams. The injuries are obviously a concern with him being injured this past year. I see him being behind Trayveon in the depth chart and not getting as much playing time, but I definitely think he's a great option to go to if we end up going to him because of due to injuries. So I think he's really extremely talented. I think Trayveon Williams is talented as well. I kind of already hit on when I overviewed them of what I think they will be in the depth chart where they will fall. So I think the depth chart will look like this: Joe Mixon, Giovanni Bernard, Trayveon Williams, Rodney Anderson, then Quentin Flowers. The Bengals might cut Quentin Flowers unless they want to keep 5 running backs. I really like Quentin Flowers. I love this story. I love everything about him. He's a hardworking guy, but he might not make the roster this year, which makes me a little bit sad. But I see both these running backs jumping over him in the depth chart. Whichever one's ahead, I think Trayveon Williams, just because I personally like him more. But Rodney Anderson, if he's healthy and if he can show that he can do it, he will be ahead of Trayveon. I think whoever is in that third running back role will find playing time and will end up getting some carries. I don't know how many, but they will get playing time, and I think they'll have success at it. Like I said, I like both of these picks. It was very smart of the Bengals to draft this in the 6th round. They focused a lot on offense in this draft, and you can see it in both of these picks. So that is what I think of Trayveon Williams and Rodney Anderson. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned here on the Speed Kills podcast, as I'm always trying to pump out better and more quality content for you guys. Make sure to stay tuned for the next video.